Shikshan Samstha. So today we are going to learn Standard 10 History, lesson number 3, Applied History. So students, in this lesson we are going to learn below's topic. First, what is Applied History? Second, Applied History and research in various fields. Our third topic is Applied History and our present, management of cultural and natural heritage, and our last topic is affiliated professional fields. So let's start our first topic. What is applied history? Applied history is also known as public history. Applied history is a field of study concerned with the application of history for the benefit of people in the contemporary and future times. Public history students, people have lot of misgivings about the practicality of the knowledge of history. For example, history is usually thought as a field of interest only for historians and students wishing to pursue higher studies in the subject and not pertaining to practical life. History as a field of knowledge does not have any applicability to economically productive field, etc. Public history helps to overcome such misgiving and make history meaningful in everyday life, connecting people to history. There are many universities abroad where various courses in public history are offered. Srushti Institute of Art Design and Technology is an institute at Bengaluru, Karnataka. This institute has an independent department named Center for a Public History. This department has taken up various projects and research in the field of public history. Knowledge of history is useful as it can provide guidance in finding solutions to contemporary social issues and incorporate them in the social planning. Knowledge of history is essential for this purpose. The project and programs related to applied history can create opportunities for people to participate along with the technical experts. Their participation in the capacity of a tourist visiting museums and ancient sites is also important. Tourism creates interest in history among people. They can volunteer to participate in the conservation and preservation projects of their own city or own town or village. Our next topic is applied history and research in a various field. History is about the past events. The way our present life is shaped is dependent on the historical chain of events. Historical events relate to various fields like politics, social and religious structure of a community, philosophy, technology and science, etc. Each of these fields have their own history of building knowledge. The direction of future development in every field is dependent on the state of available knowledge. Hence, the method of history can prove to be of value in the research of various fields, for example, philosophy. The history of philosophy helps in understanding the origin of various ideologies, the intellectual traditions, and giving rise to those ideologies and their historical development. Philosophy needs language as medium of expression. In order to understand the philosophical expression, knowledge of the history of language proves useful. Science. The history of science helps in understanding the chronological order of scientific discoveries, inventions, and theories. It can also help to understand the cause effect chain that led to those discoveries and inventions. It is said that need is the mother of inventions. Scientific discoveries or inventions are often the effect of human efforts to fulfill a need and also curiosity. These efforts are based on already available scientific knowledge. Knowledge of history of science helps in understanding the factors that facilitated a scientific discovery or invention and also its chronology. Our next topic is a technology. The history of science technology helps in understanding the changes and their causes in the field of agricultural production, commodity production, architecture, engineering, etc. Science discoveries or inventions and a technological development are a mutually development on each other. Knowledge of science and technology was very important at a very step from the making of stone tools to agricultural production in the evolution of mankind. Later, the advancement of science promoted the mechanization of production. It is necessary to know the history of technology in order to understand the development of mechanization and the mutual dependence between science and technology. Our next topic is industry and commerce. The field of mutual social transactions expands with the growth of industry and trade. It also promotes continuous development of the network of cultural interactions. It is an integral part of the industrial and commercial management. It is essential to understand the history of these processes. The nature of the market and commerce has continued to change. Accordingly, the nature of human relationships and the social organization also has continued to change. To understand this development, it is necessary to study the history of culture, social organization, and economic institutions. Our next topic is management studies. In order to understand various factors involved in the chain of production, such as the means of production, human resources, and process of production, as well as the chain of market and sale management, etc. It is essential to have a knowledge of similar functional system of the past. It is essential to understand the psychological character of people working at various levels in the chain of production and marketing for a healthy management. In order to achieve it, understanding of the social and economic institutions that support the industrial and commercial processes is important. Knowledge of history in this regard makes the management of various levels easier. Our next topic is arts. It is important to understand the development of various art from with the help of their style of expression and their foundation in the form of intellectual, emotional, cultural traditions. The key to the expressions in any art form, emotional temperament of the artist, and the developmental history of the respective art form can be understood with the help of cultural history. So, students, our today's topic is over. Let's enjoy. Thank you.